Good afternoon. My name is Deborah Sam, and I am the Grants Manager for the City of Salisbury. This will be the second CDBG public hearing we have hosted on the Zoom platform, and the first one was successful, so hopefully this one will go well too. I am joined today by City Administrator Julia Glanz, who was kind enough to set up the two CDBG public hearings on Zoom for me. If you are interested in making a comment or asking a question when we get to that point in the hearing, you can make that request in the chat section, and Julia will enable that function for you. She will call on each person that would like to make a comment in the order that they type their name into the chat. As is always the case in these public hearings, you will need to identify yourself for the meeting record, and please state whether you are representing a specific local agency or if you're a local citizen. Welcome to the second public hearing for the 2020 Community Development Block Grant, or CDBG, program year. This hearing will provide a status report on the CDBG projects that are currently open or were closed within the last year. PY 2016, Habitat for Humanity of Wicomico County, new housing construction, 707 East Church Street. The start of this project was delayed several times due to issues that Habitat was having with some of their other properties. Construction finally began on the home in the spring of 2018. In late May 2019, the completion of the unit was once again delayed due to a city infrastructure issue related to sewer lateral lines on Church Street. Therefore, the city had to go in and install a new lateral sewer line on Church Street to connect to the Habitat house. The new sewer line was installed in July 2019, and the new owners closed on the Habitat house in late August 2019. This project is now closed. PY 2017, Salisbury Neighborhood Housing Services Homebuyer Assistance Grants. Additional funding was provided to enable SNHS to continue to offer homeownership opportunities to low to moderate income households. The Homebuyer Assistance Grant funds may be utilized for closing costs, down payment, and/or principal write-down assistance. 10 of the Homebuyer Assistance Grants were reserved until May 31, 2018 for new Salisbury University graduates who wish to participate in the Buy a Home, Build a Business program developed with SU. No SU students elected to utilize the grant funds. Unfortunately, the expenditure of the Homebuyer Assistance Funds has moved much more slowly than anticipated. This seems to be due to the fact that the inventory of homes available for sale to clients at or below 80% of area median income is very low, and/or the property is in such poor condition it will not pass the home inspection. Therefore, we executed an amendment to the subrecipient agreement with SNHS to extend the time frame for completion of the project to 12/31/2020. A total of 17 households have been served to date, and this project is ongoing. PY 2018, the following projects were funded through CDBG. Salisbury Neighborhood Housing Services Homebuyer Assistance Grants. Additional funding was provided to enable SNHS to continue to offer homeownership opportunities to low to moderate income households. 10 of the Homebuyer Assistance Grants were reserved until February 28, 2019 for new Salisbury University graduates who wish to participate in the Buy a Home, Build a Business program developed with SU. No SU students elected to utilize the grant funds. As previously stated, the inventory of houses available for sale to clients at or below 80% AMI is extremely low, and/or the property is in such poor condition it will not pass the home inspection. Therefore, in order to increase the incentive for buyers to purchase a home inside the city limits, we executed an amendment to the subrecipient agreement to increase the maximum grant award from $5,000 to $10,000 per client. That amendment also extended the time frame for expending the 2018 grant funds to 6/30/2021. SNHS has been focusing on expending the remaining PY 2017 funds for this project, but we did complete one drawdown for 2 clients under the 2018 funding to keep that project current in the HUD-IDIS system. City of Salisbury Homeless Services Case Managers. Funding was provided to increase the Homeless Services Case Manager from 1 position to 2 positions. In the spring of 2019, it was determined that we did not need a second case manager at this time due to the limited funding available for housing vouchers. Therefore, we elected to transfer the remaining funding from this grant to an alternate eligible project, the Truett Street Community Center acquisition. This shifting of funds to a newly created project required us to complete a substantial amendment to the 2018 action plan. A public notice regarding this amendment to the 2018 action plan was published in the local newspaper with a 30-day public comment period. No comments were received. The appropriate information and documentation was forwarded to the HUD Baltimore field office for review and approval. As instructed by HUD, the city created a new amended version of the 2018 action plan in IDIS. The new CDBG project, Truett Street Community Center acquisition, was created and funded in IDIS by reducing the funding amount of the Homeless Services Case Managers project. The city completed the amendments to the 2018 action plan, and it was submitted to HUD for review through IDIS on 2/12/2020. The field office completed their review, and we were advised that the status of the amended action plan had been switched to review completed on 3/13/2020. The environmental review record for the Truett Street Community Center project was completed in HEROS on 3/24/2020. The project converted to exempt as the acquisition of an existing building that does not involve a change in use has no impact on the environment. The narrative information for the Homeless Services Case Managers project was updated in IDIS on 3/23/2020, and that project was marked as complete. City of Salisbury Low Mod Neighborhood Sidewalk Construction Program. This funding was provided to enable the city to continue the construction of sidewalks in low to moderate income neighborhoods within the city where none currently exist. The project was put out to bid in December 2018. 3 construction companies submitted bids, and the winning bidder was ECM Corporation. The work was completed in the Church Street Doverdale CDBG target neighborhood. Work began in March 2019 and was completed in April 2019. Approximately 12,000 linear feet of new sidewalk was constructed through this contract. The funding remaining in this grant account, $5,560.72, was rolled forward into the PY 2019 City of Salisbury Low Mod Neighborhood Sidewalk Construction Project. In PY 2019, the following projects were funded through CDBG. Habitat for Humanity of Wicomico County, Housing Construction, 504 Tangier Street. The environmental review record was completed in HEROS for the Habitat for Humanity construction project located at 504 Tangier Street. The authority to use grant funds was issued by HUD on January 3rd, 2020. The city issued the authorization to proceed letter to Habitat on January 9, 2020. This construction project is currently underway. City of Salisbury Low Mod Neighborhood Sidewalk Construction Program. This funding was provided to enable the city to continue the construction of sidewalks in low to moderate income neighborhoods within the city where none currently exist. The work will be completed in the Church Street Doverdale CDBG target neighborhood. The project was put out to bid on 1/17/2020, and the bids were opened on 2/20/2020. 4 construction companies submitted bids, and the winning bidder was ECM Corporation. The contract documents are now being executed, along with all the required Davis-Bacon Section 3 paperwork. Once all paperwork has been completed, a notice to proceed will be issued. Okay, that concludes our status report. So we'll now open up the floor for comments and/or questions from the public on either the projects themselves or on the community development needs of the City of Salisbury. As previously stated, if you would like to make a comment or ask a question, Please state that in the chat section and Julia will enable that function for you. Please identify yourself for the meeting record and state whether you are representing a specific local agency or if you are a local citizen. So, Julia, did we have anybody log on? Or
Debbie, right now there is no one else with us, so I have no comments for you.
Okay, all right. Then that concludes our public hearing on the status of the City of Salisbury's open projects. If you have any questions on Salisbury's CDBG program or comments on the community development needs of the city, you can mail them to the City of Salisbury, HCDD, 207 West Main Street, Suite 102, Salisbury, Maryland, 21801. Or you can email them to me, Deborah Stam, at dstam@salisbury.md. Thank you. This meeting is adjourned.